gotta believe me, just listen. I was in the kitchen cooking chicken teriyaki while the maid was upstairs dusting. And I got a little chicken teriyaki grease on my pants. And then I turned around and the iron was on because you know I got that interview. So then the iron touched my pants and my pants caught on fire. And then I had to take my pants off because I didn't want to burn up all the goodness you like, you know? And then I looked down and I saw the fire was centralized right here on my crotch. So I had to do something. So I called for the maid, and she came in with a pitcher of water. And she threw it on my crotch, and it didn't work. So I said, maybe you should beat it out. So she took off her clothes, and she started hitting it all on my crotch to make it go out. Well, you know how you like to hit my crotch sometimes, and it makes things bigger? Well, it accidentally happened that time, and some of the fire got on it. And that's why we were in the closet naked, having sex. Because there's less air. And I thought I might put the fire out. Because it was on the tip. And I thought maybe if I put it, and it would put the fire out. And I know the fire was out maybe for like 12 minutes. But look, I had to make sure. You can die from stuff like that. What, you want me to be a freak? Boy, I sure beat that fire out. Put it out quickly.
Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you tuned in. Current events, movies, and music for your families and friends. Disaster Piece Theater is the name of the show. So without further ado, here we go.
What's up? It's Wednesday, January 27th, 2010. Let's hop right into the goodness. So I was reading this article called The Secret Lives of Married Men. A pretty lengthy article that goes on to talk about how men have these urges and how these group of men do these things behind their wives' back, and they don't tell them because they don't want to get punished. They don't want to have to deal with the emotional fallout of the woman after they find out that the man has been doing something that the woman deems inappropriate for their relationship. It's a pretty lengthy article. If you want to know more, the link's in the sidebar. But let me sum it all up for you. Basically, they're saying that men have these urges, and it's not the woman's fault, but we feel like we need to conquer as much ass as possible in order to feel fulfilled as men. I disagree. I believe that men do have the urges, but we have the higher functions and the capability to say, no, I'm not going to fuck that 18-year-old hooker that's drunk with her dress half down, with her ass cheeks hanging out with her thong, and her fresh, young cheeks so nubile and supple that I could just grab them and squeeze them and do all kind of nasty stuff to her because her uncle probably molested her anyway and she's used to it. She'd just let me just take her in the back of my car and just put her on the back seat and rub all on her ass cheeks, touch breast. I think as men, sometimes we settle for what's in front of us because either the vagina is so good or we don't think that we can do better than what we have at the time, and we just want what's right here, right now anyway. The problem with this is that you get comfortable with the situation. And once you're comfortable with the situation, you don't want to leave from it. So you're willing to do whatever the other person wants, or the woman in this case, whether it be not having anal sex, whether it be not allowing you to screw other women, or whether it be not allowing you to have a threesome. She doesn't want to go ATM all the time. So instead of finding someone who will allow you to do those things or allow you to flourish in a relationship, you're with someone who's stifling you or won't allow you to do the thing that you want to do, but you're comfortable in the situation, meaning you're stopping yourself. Oh, but we married and we got kids. I thought I could change her. She was so good in the sack. She used to give me BJs all the time. I feel your pain. What you need to do is man up. Open your mouth and tell your girl how you feel and what you want to do. If she doesn't like it, leave before you get married. That's the problem. You're not leaving before you get married. You get married, then go, oh, wait a minute. I do like to have butt sex. Damn. I do like gigantic breasts and not 36 A's. I do like to drive up to high schools and look at the young girls track team run around the track with the short shorts and the fat booties and the breasts jumping up and down. And I'm sitting in my car with a half-empty jar of Vaseline. What you expect to happen? There are some guys that have the freedom to go out and have threesomes and be swingers and do all this other stuff. How did they find that? They found it by not settling for what was just in front of them at the time. That's the key. That's the trick. A buddy of mine told me the story about how he wanted his wife to leave him. So he started talking about beating up pregnant women and pushing retarded ladies down the stairs. Oh, she left him all right. He was telling me that he thinks that he got involved in a relationship with her because she got pregnant. And he thought that if he got her pregnant, that she would stay with him. First thing I said was if you wanted her to leave, all you had to do was tell her you were broke and that you lost your job. That goes strictly against women's motto. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. She'd have ran out of there so fast you'd have thought Speedy Gonzalez was chasing her. Scientists are saying that the number of teen pregnancies in the 1990s has risen exponentially. The new data states that 16 to 29-year-olds are the group you want to target if you want to get your fuck on. They're saying a lot of guys nowadays, in order to exhibit control over their partners, are getting them pregnant, thinking that the girl will stay with me forever, or that now she's mine, or now she has a reason to stay. Just because you knock a chick up doesn't mean she can't find a bigger penis with more money somewhere else. Sometimes love plays a small part in it, but don't you worry about that. It's funny because in the article I was reading, it was talking about how a doctor saw a patient who wanted birth control, but she didn't want to take birth control pills. So she went home, and about 2 weeks later came back, and her boyfriend had pushed her down the stairs. What about condoms? What about spermicidal lube? I know that's not 100%, and I know pushing her down the stairs may get rid of the child. But how are you going to bang her if she's at the bottom of the stairs, twisted up like an Auntie Anne's pretzel? Stop knocking these chicks up so they'll love you, and come in them for other reasons. Speaking of cream pies, cream pies. That's all they must like in Tokyo, because it's like 1 trillion people over there. And a once nice district called Roppongi is now home to the Yakuza, drugs, seedy bars, drink spiking, hookers. I thought the only thing good coming out of Tokyo was anime. I guess they're going to try to clean this area up a bit. It's really bad for the tourists, but really good for Tiger Woods. Oh, I know Apple is pissed. Their tablet details have been leaked. And they were supposed to be announcing the details of what they were releasing today. Ha ha, Apple, somebody took a bite out of your win in your sales. Took a bite out of your Steam down a bit. Your information got turned over. I bet the Apple has worms. They took Apple's information and turned it into applesauce. We get it. Apple jokes. Apple will be releasing a new tablet in hopes that it will help cut down on the amount of trees that we need to produce paper for books. That's fantastic. Another peripheral that's going to keep my eyes on the dashboard or in my lap instead of the road where it's supposed to be. But I bet you can look up porn on your way to work. They're saying that the tablet will be based on the iPhone operating system, and it will be compatible with content and apps that have already been created for the iPhone. So basically it's a bigger iPhone? I thought they were trying to downsize things. Why are they making it bigger? That's all I really had today for you guys. My name's Disaster. That's been your daily dose of Disaster Piece Theater, and I'll see you back here real soon. Peace.